Hello everybody and welcome to quick lesson 21. Over the past week we've been looking at using 7th chords, and in particular to explore 7th chords, how we can play bar chords and discover and find new chords just by using a shape. Last week we used the shape for C7 and explored that. This week I'd like to explore A7 and use a different shape, but let's explore some other chords that we can find. Okay, so as per last week, what we need to do is we're going to make an A7. Normally we'd make an A7 with this finger, but we're actually going to make it with our second finger. Put our first finger onto the nut. Right, we're not going to do anything particularly with it, but it's just in position. That's all we're doing. Okay, and if we make that A7, trusted A7. Now what we want to do, now we've got the shape with the bar, right, we want to move up the neck one fret. So we're going to move that shape up. Our barred finger now drops onto the first fret, right, and so is now barring all the other strings, and this one is making the A7 shape there. It's no longer an A7. When we play this one, it's called a B flat 7. Not a chord that we're likely to come across or use very often. Bit jazzy. Okay, but we've got the shape going now. So if we move once more and move our finger shape up one more fret, we do actually find a 7th chord which is useful to us. It's a B7. Right, and B7 is one of the 7th chords that I talked about. So you likelihood you will actually find B7. Now, if we slide once more, right, that same shape. Remember, it's the bar, right, and it's the second finger. Just by simply moving that shape one more time, hey presto, we actually find a C7, so our normal C7, our barred C7. It'll always sound slightly different, but it is a C7 chord. Okay, one thing I would suggest to you as well is, because you're having to make a bar and you're using your thumb to basically put pressure between the two, I found it relieves the tension and the pain that potentially you could get through here, just by angling my thumb towards the top of the neck, towards the nut. Okay, let me see if I can actually show you. Okay, so instead of being that way, I've angled it upwards, and that tends to relieve the pressure on the tendons down your hand here. Okay, so we've gone from a A7 but played with our second finger. We've rested the bar over the nut, right? Prove it's an A7 chord. Slide it once. We get a B flat 7. Slide it again, and we get a very, very useful B7. Okay, slide it yet again, and we get a C7. All right, so if we just do some exercises, 5 minutes no more, around that. Just learning to slide up and down, right? It's very highly unlikely that you're going to do those barred chords for any length of time, but obviously it's a useful exercise to build up the muscles in your barring finger and thumb, and just get used to where your fingers go. All right, that's what I would recommend. Now, one thing I just wanted to point out to you, when we play that B7, we only have to move one fret to get to C7. That's because in music, the interval between B's and C's is only ever one fret. Okay? The interval between E and F is always only one fret. Yet, from the A, okay, to get to B, we have to move 2 frets. All right, so it always holds true. If you're ever looking for the notes B and C and E and F, they're always next door to each other. All right, okay, so give that a go and see if you can actually learn the C7 and the B7 in particular in different shapes. How you would use this would be if you were looking at a piece of music, for instance, you might pre-look before you actually start playing and see if there are any opportunities for you to play the bar chords, okay, without being artificial about it. What it also means, of course, is if some of us are playing the bar C7 or the B7, right, or any other 7th chord bard, right, other people might be playing what I call first position. So the mixture of the sound is really good when we're all actually playing together. All right, so I'll leave you with that. Just explore that a little bit more. If you're going to practice any of it, don't practice for any more than a few minutes at a time. Otherwise, you'll be putting pressure onto your tendons in your thumb. Okay, good luck with that. I'll see you next week.